Guys, how are you going to grow the Olympic sport of table tennis? And specifically, how are you going to help your table tennis club in your city? Regardless if it's Montana or Kansas or Virginia, how are you going to grow the sport in your city? Well, there's a lot of things that clubs are offering, but sometimes, this is going to sound funny, but sometimes the clubs are missing one of the things that they can offer. So there's hundreds of different things they can offer to the community. Today, I'm gonna list 12. So this video is a little bit of a checklist to see, is your club offering this and is it offering it to the best of their ability? So the first thing is open play. Having good conditions for open play, having tables available, having a welcoming party for people to drop in and play. This is a great start because this is very casual, non-confrontational, non-competitive way of getting the community that they see your website or they see your social media, getting them kind of connected first time at your club. So you need to make sure that you're offering open play. Next thing is leagues. Leagues is a step up from open play because it's a little bit more competitive, but the thing about leagues that I really like is that it gets people committed. It gets them coming every Tuesday night or every Thursday night or every Saturday afternoon or whatever. It gets them committed for a season, maybe 2 months or 3 months or whatever it may be. So leagues are a great way, a great step up to get those people for open play to be more committed. Next thing is private lessons. And this is one of the fastest ways that anybody can improve because it's personalized. It's a specific plan for this player. So private lessons with an expert coach is a great way, not only to get them to improve, but also to commit them to coming. If you're paying $50 or $100 or $200 an hour for lessons, and you've already signed up and paid for a lesson, chances are you're probably gonna show up. Next thing is group lessons or group classes. You need to offer at least group classes at least once a week. We're doing group sessions sometimes twice a day here, which is great, but you don't have to start off with that, but at least start off once a week. What's the benefit of private lessons versus group lessons? Private lessons, you get individualized, personalized attention on exactly your specific needs. With group sessions, this is where you can really practice on applying those skills that you learn. Camps. Camps can be a good moneymaker. It can also be a way of welcoming other people from the community, maybe from other clubs, to also come check out your facility and see what it's all about. Also on camps, especially if kids or even adults don't have work or school, this is also a great way of being able to get more training in. Let's say, for example, if you have a Monday night group class and it meets for 2 hours on a Monday night, that's fine, that's good. 2 hours, that's not bad. But think about it, in a camp, if you're playing 5 hours or 6 hours a day for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're gonna get a lot more content in. Accommodations. This is one thing that helps. It can help financially, but it can also help as far as the perception of your club is, do you have housing available? Do you have airport transportation available? Do you have transportation from the hotel back and forth to your facility that you can help take care of players? Especially for kids, this is really important. If a 14-year-old is gonna come to your facility, the parents need to know that they're well taken care of. Next thing is your club running tournaments? It's important not only to run major USATT tournaments, but it's also important to be able to run local tournaments, fun tournaments, and we're going to be doing some of that within the next year as well. It's just recreational tournament, winner takes all, X amount of dollars, and just welcome people into the community. It could be free, it could be a small charge, but tournaments are one of the things that people associate with ping pong or with table tennis. They're like, yeah, I played that tournament on that cruise ship, or yeah, I went to that tournament at that restaurant. So tournaments is what people associate with ping pong or table tennis. So your club definitely has to be running tournaments. Not just USATT tournaments, but also fun community events. Equipment sales. If you don't sell equipment, you're missing a huge part of the market. You need to be selling equipment not just to make money, but you also need to be selling equipment to get committed people. Committed people are a big thing. Let's say, for example, somebody walks through the door, they pay $5 for drop-in play, they play for 2 hours, they have a good time, they leave, they don't think about it, right? Maybe I give them a business card. What do? Toss it in the trash, maybe that's fine. But imagine if Tim Detweiler, right up there at the front, imagine he sells them a $20 paddle, or a $50 paddle, or a $100 paddle, and that paddle is sitting right there on their nightstand or right there on their bar or on their table, do you think they're probably going to come back? Sure, because they're not going to throw away their paddle. So the paddle's like kind of like an enhanced business card to remind them of the business, and it's also a way of getting people committed to coming back. Think about it. If you came here and you didn't buy a paddle, would you come back? Maybe, maybe not. But let's say you bought a $100 paddle. You probably would want to come back and use it just to justify the expense that you paid. So equipment sales are a big thing. And while we're talking about equipment sales, a lot of people don't realize it, but I do work for PowerPong for international sales and marketing. So I connect with people not just in the US, but also around the world to sell PowerPong robots. PowerPong robots are great because it's very, very, very high quality, can simulate a game, and it's a great way that your members can be practicing throughout the week on days that they can't come to your club. So if you'd like to have a good money maker as well as a good product to sell to your members, make sure you contact me today and I'll hook you up with some deals with PowerPong robots. If you're able to sell PowerPong robots, like I said, it's a good product, but also it's a good way to connect with your players and help them improve. So if you're interested in becoming a dealer or distributor for PowerPong robots, make sure you send me a message and I'll hook you up. Next thing, online coaching. If you have a phone, if you have a tripod, you're able to set it up and you're able to do some online coaching. Maybe you don't want to charge a lot at first. Maybe you need to get some experience trying it out at first, but online coaching can be quite good. Why? Because if your members are not there, you need to be able to connect with them throughout the week, as well as being able to get new members. Also, people are willing to pay more money for online coaching than in-person coaching. Why is that? Imagine if our club right here is in North Dakota, all right? And I'm a coach in North Dakota. How much would it cost for somebody to fly from Idaho to North Dakota to come for a lesson? A lot, right? But if you're able to offer online coaching in the convenience of their house, that saves them from taking off work, that saves them from their flight, that saves them from their hotel. It's going to be valuable to them if you're able to offer online coaching. So while you're maybe a little bit inexperienced, do a few for free or do a few at lower cost, but what you're going to realize is that online coaching is actually a great source of income. Open house. Free open house is a good way to get people to come in, but also if you're able to sell raffle tickets or snacks and drinks and other things, you will be able to make money from the open house as well. Memberships. Membership is a great way of getting people connected. It's also a good way of getting people signed up for multiple things. With a membership, they can sign up for tournaments, camps, private lessons, leagues, and everything. So again, membership is a good way of getting committed people. And then last, but definitely not least, is sponsorship. Make sure you watch my video from last week that I posted about sponsorship. Sponsorship is mainly about giving back. As you're able to find creative ways of giving back to the sponsors, they're definitely willing to help you with more money. One of my friends, he's an Indy racer, and for the smallest logo on his car, it's $500,000 for a year. $500,000 for a year to put the smallest logo on his car. Now, why is it that Subway, McDonald's, UPS, whoever would be willing to put a logo on a car? Why is that? Because of the deliverables, because they're able to get a lot of advertisement from that logo. So the same thing for you is as you find creative ways of giving back to sponsors, whether it be signage in your academy, whether it be signage online, like a banner on your website, whether it be social media, whether it be your own uniform, as you're able to give back to sponsors more, they're going to be more willing to help you. So make sure you check out my video from last week and think about ways that you can give back to sponsors as well as get more sponsors. So why am I doing this? Why am I giving each week a free video on how to help grow your club? Well, because I need your support. I need you to help me grow my club, and instead of just taking, I want to be able to make sure that I give back. We've already raised quite a bit of money for our donation campaign for our 501c3 nonprofit, and we've got about 2 weeks left as far as donations go. So if you would consider a donation, that would really help us out. As you know, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, so all your donations are 100% tax deductible. If you have any questions, make sure you send me a message, and I'll see you soon right here in Akron, Ohio.